Then, said Annette, we've got to be nice to him, haven't we? With whom? I asked. Callie Hopsy is coming to school, Annette said. The principal said we can't create problems, we shouldn't. Liv scoffed, then she couldn't be called Callie Hopsy, could she? Yes, I said. We must behave well. I didn't think about it. And, since it's a big school, I'll probably never see her again. I was wrong, his name was Lynn. She was in my algebra class together, sitting quietly in the back. And sat quietly at the front of my English class. Next to me in history class. I decided to show Lynn around the fireplace. I thought it would be a little too silly to do that. But I remembered a few years ago when I had to eat alone at school. There was a long line of diners at Kaminagraha. Everyone fell silent as the two of us joined that line. By the time it was our turn to eat, the dining tables were filling up. We sat down at a half-filled table filled with children we didn't know. After we sat down, all those kids got up and left the table. No one else came to sit with us at that table. We looked at each other. His short black hair was matted, his skin as brown as copper. My black hair was also short and flowing, and my suntanned skin was almost as brown as hers. I thought we might look like sisters. If they don't want to sit and eat with us, I said excitedly, I don't think they're my friends. But I stayed with him. Even though we were in large classes, Lynn and I ate together. We had a private table, no one dared to come to the table where we were sitting. The good thing was that my friends and many other kids were gentle with Lynn. The worst part was, they were gentle with me too. Humble doesn't mean too humble, said Lieb. Some kids would call us names and throw things at us. But it was nothing serious. No one really knew us inside out. Over time, Lynn and I discovered we had a lot in common. Not only were our classes the same, some of our passions were also the same. The best thing that happened to us during those years was meeting people from the Friends Peace teams. They taught us about nonviolence and how to deal well with random name callers. They also introduced us to other people who didn't think that skin color determined what school a person went to or what job they could get. We had fun with them. That fun made up for our lack of participation in many secondary level activities. I sometimes look at Taka's annual diaries while studying at school. In the second year of secondary school, when I worked hard to gain popularity, many siblings signed my diary praising me. In the younger classes, few signed and wrote little in personal praise. But my annual diary in secondary school was different. Everyone I wanted to be my friend signed it. They admired a man who stood up for his beliefs. They didn't mention that their views on interracial relationships had changed, and I'm not sure if being admired compensated for being lonely and abandoned. But they were willing to sign my diary and I was happy about that. I wanted to take the best of what was written in the diary. She wrote a whole page. She wrote how nervous she was that first day we met, and how happy she was when I went up to her and chatted. I was surprised, she didn't look nervous. But what to do, you can't know, feel everything about even your best friend.